Hey everyone, it's bunnhop. We're back from Ragnarok Origin NA's official closed beta test. It was a busy couple of days filled with fun, excitement, and new experiences. In particular, we enjoyed participating in the themed party event on the 4th day. It was such a cute event filled with dancing and mingling. It was also great to see how this new community is growing to become a welcoming and helpful bunch, and we're hoping to see more of that in the future. If you want to read a summary of our entire CBT experience, be sure to check out our website at bunnhop.com. Now, let's get down to the more interesting stuff. What's new in ROO NA? We've listed down some game features and mechanics that we noticed during ROO NA CBT that are not available on the Japanese Ragnarok Origin servers. Also included are a few changes in terms of translation, or how we translated the words from Japanese to English in our previous videos versus the official translation used in the game. Number 1. Social media share button when receiving rewards. I first noticed this at the Novice Academy, particularly that time when you received your first head ornament gift made by Spracky from Greta, the gift manager. A little share button is present, which is quite handy if you want to show off your latest fashion rewards to your friends. The same button also appeared during the first chapter of the main story quests. That time when you receive a gift from the strange foreign lady from Arunafels at the Indigo Parrot Bar. Looking back to our time on a Japanese ROO server, that share button was not there at all. The only thing you can share across your social media accounts are photos you take using the camera mode. Since the gacha window was not available during the CBT, I wasn't able to check if the share button is also present when you roll any of the gachas. I'd imagine that if you were lucky enough to get one of the top prizes in the weekly fashion gacha, which I did in JROO, I got an Anubis helm. Some players might want to brag about it on Facebook or Twitter. I certainly did because I was so surprised that I got a really good one on my first roll that day. What do you think about this additional feature in NAROO? Would you share your new fashion items to your social media friends? Number 2. Storyline Glossary. As discussed in a previous blog post and video, the notebooks, now called Guide window, has 7 guidebooks. Adventure, Equipment, Boss Strategy, Monster, Pouring Observation, Card, and Customize. This is your one-stop shop for checking your adventure milestones, Codex entries, strategizing your boss hunt, monster grinding and equipment crafting, collectibles, and for customizing little tidbits of info about your character. What ROO NA has that JROO doesn't is a significant addition to these guidebooks: the Storyline Glossary. This is basically your lore codex that's divided into 3 segments. Storyline Memories. If you absolutely love to read stories like I do, this one's for you. Here, you can read each of the chapters of the game's main story arc written in prose form. Each chapter tells your adventure in a more in-depth way, with hidden dialogues and your player character's thoughts added to how you experience that chapter in-game, further amplifying your immersion into ROO's profound story. According to this segment, the main story arc has 16 chapters. In JROO, I've only gotten to chapter 13 due to the level requirements, but I'm definitely looking forward to focusing on the main story in my playthrough. Image Collection. The first tab, also called Image Collection, shows the collection of images from the cinematic cutscenes available in the entire game. Most of them are accessible through story quests, but a couple can only be found through adventure quests. The second tab, Animation Display, lets you replay the cinematic cutscenes you've collected. Journey Along. Tapping on this shows you the world map. When you tap on each available location on the map, mostly cities and towns, a window pops up. The first tab, Journey of the Wind, shows the significant buildings that can be found in that city or town, accompanied by short descriptions for each. On the other hand, the second tab, Intel Note, gives you a rundown on the factions that operate in that location, events that you've experienced, as well as key items you found. Every time you meet a faction, experience an event, or discover a key item, you unlock that particular entry and you can read more about it in its description column. Number 3. Translations. In our first few videos on this channel, my Japanese to English translation skills were put to the test. I did have prior experience in a part-time job and an internship, but it had been 4 years since I did all that. Anyway, I tried to translate in-game texts and names for features to the best of my ability, and was surprised that I mostly came pretty close to the official translation Gravity chose for ROO NA. Here is a list of in-game features that I had translated differently from the official translation during the CBT, which will be helpful and may serve as a reference to those who have watched our guide videos. For example, the mercenary Raijin is now called Reijin, while Jesse is called Sanji. What we translated as copper coins is now called Eden coins in ROO NA. To make things easier, here are a few tables. Those are the ones we've noticed so far, and we'll definitely update this when the servers reopen for either OBT or the official release. Number 4. Voiced player character during cutscenes. As you may have seen in our Japanese to English videos in our Let's Explore Ragnarok Origin tutorial series, during animated cutscenes, NPCs are voiced but your player character isn't. However, in ROO NA, your player character is also voiced. The voice depends on your chosen character's sex during character creation. Obviously, you'll get a female voice if your character is female, and a male voice if you created a male character. It's also great to know that both animated and cinematic cutscenes are voiced in English. Some NPCs also have random, as in unrelated to the dialogue text, English voice dialogues during conversations. This is entirely different from our experience playing Ragnarok Mobile Eternal Love on the SEA server when we were living in Japan. The only available language for voice dialogues were Chinese, Japanese, and Korean as far as we can recall. Having a voiced PC is definitely a matter of contention among gamers. Some like it, some don't. How about you? Do you like this NARO feature? Or prefer not to hear a character's voice in a cutscene? I personally don't mind since the PC rarely talks during cutscenes anyway. And number 5. Feedback or bug report button. When I noticed a bug that I wanted to report, I asked a fellow CBT tester what the appropriate avenue is. They told me that there's actually a feedback feature that can be found by tapping on the rewards button. It's the bell thingy right next to the redeem bell. I wonder if they'll keep this feedback feature in the official release. I think they should, since it would be great if players could report bugs and make suggestions as easy as tapping this button, instead of having to minimize the game to reach them via their social media or a support forum. During the CBT, we got rewards each time we reported a bug, and that was really cool. If they plan on implementing the same in the game's official release version, I fear that some people might exploit this, so I'm pretty certain they'll make changes as to these bug report rewards. Game mechanics for beginners. During the course of the CBT, we noticed that many testers came purely from a Ragnarok Online background and didn't have the experience playing ROO on either the Korean or Japanese servers or a private server. So we figured it'd also be helpful if we included a basic explanation of the following mechanics. Here are a couple of things that are present in both ROO NA and JROO, but we didn't discuss in detail in our previous Ragnarok Origin guide videos. Number 1. Skill differences between RO and ROO jobs. New and lost skills. You may have seen from our Trying Out All Job Classes video that there clearly are some significant differences between RO and ROO skills. We'll do a more detailed presentation of these new and what we like to call lost skills in future videos, but we can give you a quick rundown for now. So far, we've tried playing as a swordsman, an archer, a mage, and a thief, and we can confirm that these 4 classes have some new and lost skills. Our thief, for instance, has strict control and shield dodge, which are not available in RO. When you advance into an assassin, you'll have an offensive skill called Red Cut, which definitely doesn't sound familiar to longtime RO fans like us. Interestingly, as a thief, instead of hiding, where you simply go invisible without the ability to walk, you get stealth, which is similar to an assassin's cloaking skill that allows you to walk while hiding. Another example is our hunter. Looking at the skill window, we can find the offensive skill Wind Dance, which is not something RO hunters have. Conversely, some RO hunter skills such as Ankle Snare and Shockwave Trap are not available in Ragnarok Origin. And lastly, skill differences between RO and ROO jobs, Platinum or Quest skills. If you've played Ragnarok Online, you may remember that some skills for your chosen job class won't be available until you finish a corresponding required quest. An example of this is Charge Arrow or Arrow Repel for archers. In ROO, some of these quest skills, also known as Platinum skills, will either automatically be made available to you on your skill window when you change jobs, or be given to you by the head instructor of your job guild. In my case, Cecilius or Sir Salis gave me the Charge Arrow skill as a gift. However, the quest skill Arrow Craft is not available in ROO and is therefore a lost skill. Backslide is a Thief Platinum skill in RO, but you'll automatically get it when you officially become a member of the Thief Guild. One noteworthy thing is that the Toxify, which is just a regular support skill for thieves in RO, is gifted to you by Quest, the head of the Thief Guild. How was your CBT experience? Did you enjoy it as much as we did? What features that are exclusive to NA/ROO did you find most interesting? We hope to see you all the next time the NA server becomes available. Until then, stay tuned for more Ragnarok Origin blog posts and videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon below to be notified the next time we upload a video. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.